2012, we start this crystal business. Before that, some people may know this about me, I was doing energy work. I was an energy healer. I had an office in Manhattan. I really loved doing it, but it was physically, mentally, emotionally, it was just taxing me. And I was doing like 35 sessions a week, hour-and-a-half sessions. So I was pretty beat up, and anybody who does like actual real energy work will know that 35 sessions a week at an hour-and-a-half a pop will really suck the life out of you. But anyway, I started really getting into crystals and bringing crystals around me, and I start to see and feel the difference. And so that's really how I got into like the idea of selling crystals, was because I was also privy to understand and know that a lot of what was going on in the industry at the time wasn't super great, and I wanted to make sure that I had good crystals, and I also wanted big, really cool crystals, but they were just so expensive. And so I started buying from here, buying from there, and eventually I opened a little kiosk in a mall, and the kiosk did really well enough to get me a retail store. I think at the time there were maybe 3 or 4 other crystal shops around. Now there's like 200. I was still doing energy work, I was giving classes, I was doing lectures, and the shop was killing it. And it was also owner operated. We were running it at the same time. Eventually, I started buying bigger orders, and we didn't have really the capacity to store it, so I got this tiny little warehouse. One thing led to the next. I started doing a little bit of wholesale here, a little bit of wholesale there, and for whatever magical, mystical reason, this huge corporate company comes around. I wound up landing that account. And that was really life-changing, because up to that point, I was just kind of, chugging along, and then this corporate company comes along, gives me huge business, and just boom, my life changed right there. Got a new warehouse, an actual warehouse, and my wholesale company just started growing and growing and growing. My timing was really great, because at the time when I got in, ethical sourcing wasn't really a thing. No one cared about ethical sourcing. No one cared about fair trade. No one cared about mining conditions. Not that I had been experiencing or seeing, and that was really my MO and my motivation. So when I got into the industry and started pushing that agenda, people started becoming aware of it. I don't know, 1 and 2 went together perfectly, and that's why I started doing so well, especially getting into the business with people who had already been in there for 20, 25, 30 years. And that's who I was competing with. So I was the guy coming up, and a lot of people started to take notice of me in the industry because I was just rapidly going upward. And I did my best to stay away from all the other big guys. Not step on their toes. I never contacted other people's customers or clients or tried to solicit people. It all just came funneling in naturally. I mean, really. Fast forward to where we are right now, and the industry has grown so much. Everyone's experiencing it. There's thousands of crystal shops. Everyone in the world is buying crystals. And I'm just really lucky and blessed to be one of the big players in the game. I love this business, I love this industry. I just wish I could get back to focusing on what got me here in the first place, helping people more, being involved in helping people grow their businesses, and maybe I'll find that freedom sooner or later.